Hello, my wonderful summer school students. It's great to see you all. This video is going to help you get your essay done for ELA summer school class. So just a reminder before we get started working in Google Classroom, summer school graduation ceremony is coming up on Thursday, August 11th. It's 5 p.m. Make sure that you are ready to roll for that. If you get this assignment done, if you get your other classes done, you'll be walking in this awesome ceremony. It'll be great. It'll be in the PAC and it'll be air conditioned. And, we're just getting so close. So let's get this final assignment done and let's do it. So I'm going to help you get through this assignment here in Google Classroom. Mr. Finn, thank you so much to him for covering this class and being there to help you guys out as well. Mr. Finn is my boy. Tell him I said what's up. And so here we go. We are in our Google Classroom homepage, and you will find in classwork, this will be at the top of the list, the Enlightenment essay. All right, so here are the instructions right here. Due July 28th, of course, that's on Thursday. Step 1, watch the video. You're already doing that. There we go. Number 2, complete the pre-writing document. That's right here. We're going to go over that in a second. And then 3, complete the Enlightenment essay, which is right here. So after you're done watching this video, got to just complete these 2 documents. That's about it. So let's open this pre-writing document that you see right here in your Google Classroom feed. It usually comes up for the student view, like up here in the corner, like up here in the top right corner. So just make sure that you open the pre-writing document first. So let's take a look at that, and here we are. So this should look familiar. We looked at some of this in class together on Thursday. We already looked at some of this. So first off, review Mr. Oza's 6 steps to achieving enlightenment. If you were in class on Thursday, we already watched this video. If you weren't in class, then definitely watch this video. It should be hopefully pretty helpful. And it's my kind of essay pre-writing tips. It's a quick 10-minute video, 11 minutes actually, and it'll give you some advice for how you can reach enlightenment. And that's the topic of your essay. It's how you can reach enlightenment. So I have 6 suggestions here. You don't have to use them if you don't want to, but of course you can. Step 1, live a balanced lifestyle. Work hard and play hard. Care about things like education, work, fitness, diet, but also enjoy yourself. 2, acquire knowledge. Learn from books, videos, teachers, the internet, everything. 3, turn that knowledge into wisdom. Go and do something with the knowledge you have acquired and turn that knowledge into wisdom or actual experience. Next is share your knowledge and wisdom with others, just like Siddhartha shares his knowledge with Govinda at the very, very end of the book. Create positive relationships with people and maintain those relationships. And then find your own purpose and meaning in life, because no one is going to do it for you. All right. Got to close my shade here. It's getting a little too sunny. Okay, moving right along. That's still pretty sunny. All right, first off, now remember, all you got to do is really follow along here in this pre-writing document. This should not take you too long, maybe half an hour tops. All right, so what is your purpose in life? Obviously, this is going to be a very opinionated question. You know, for Siddhartha, it took him a really long time to figure out the answer to this question. What is your purpose in life? He found that just living by the river, meeting people who are going across the river on the ferry, and living a calm, peaceful life was his purpose in life. So I'm going to complete this essay. I'm going to do this pre-writing assignment, with my own information, with some of my own opinions, and so I hopefully think that that's going to help you get your essay done. So if you follow the steps that you see me going through, you should be all set. All right, repeat that one more time. All you got to do is follow these same steps that I'm doing right here for you, and you will be all set. So, my purpose in life is, I want to help people through teaching. That is, I think right now my best purpose in life. Help people through teaching. Also want to live a fit, healthy, and long life. I want to be able to live until, I don't know, 100 years old maybe. All right, let's do these next few questions in perfect, complete sentences. So now we are coming up with 3 ways to reach enlightenment. One thing, a second thing, and then a third thing. This is your essay pre-writing, right? So everything that you do here in this document is going to help you get your actual essay done. So one thing that I want to do to try to reach enlightenment, this is having to do with, you know, living a balanced lifestyle, working hard and playing hard, caring about things like education, work, fitness, diet, but also enjoying with hobbies and treats. So this is, using this information already up here to help give me a suggestion for one of my 3 essay topics. So living a balanced lifestyle for me is, something like that. I want to be fit and exercise as much as I can. I want to eat delicious, healthy food and live to be over 90 years old. I feel like that for me will help me reach enlightenment. Now, it's time to do some research. Find a related quote that helps explain your plan for achieving enlightenment. Basically, just do some research to help prove that your plan is a good one. So if I want to live to be 90 years old, exercising regularly is going to help me with that. All right, so I searched up here exercise to help longevity. So longevity means how long you can live in life, right? So if you want to live a long life or achieve longevity, then exercise is going to help. So this is like the absolute most basic way of doing research, is typing some keywords into Google right here. Wellandgood.com, the best exercises for longevity. How to exercise for longevity, how to live longer, best home workouts to improve longevity. All right, now we go to time.com. So Time Magazine, is a pretty reputable source. The Mayo Clinic is also a pretty reputable source. So notice how I'm like actually looking at the sources before I just go and pick one. And if you need to like look up the source itself, then that might be helpful. But I know for a fact that the Mayo Clinic is a very reputable source, a nonprofit American academic medical center, right? So I'm going to use them as my first source. So I clicked on this one right here, exercising for health and longevity versus peak performance. So what I might do is scan through this article that I have discovered here, and then I'm going to find a quote that is going to be useful for me. One thing that you can do when you have a nice long document like this, use a keyword search. So I'm pushing Control and F on my keyboard, and if you see up here on the top, you can type in the word longevity or any keyword, something that you're looking for, and it'll highlight that word in the document that you pulled up. So I'm going to use this quote right here. Exercise is unparalleled for its ability to improve CV health, quality of life, and overall longevity. That's great. That's like exactly what I'm looking for. I was looking for a quote that proved that exercise is going to help me live a very long life. So this is exactly what I'm looking for here. So, I'm just doing this as quickly as possible to try and, explain to you how to do this essay. But ideally speaking, when you're doing an essay like the proper way, you want to like at least scan this research. You want to actually like look at it and like digest it and like learn something from it. The whole reason why you're doing research, in any class is to actually learn a lot about a topic. So here we go. We've got exercise is great for longevity. So I'm going to paste that into here. All right, and then I'm going to make sure that I have my source material up here. So the source is Mayo Clinic. So I can copy the URL here, and I can also just make a note saying this is from the Mayo Clinic. Nothing having to do with mayonnaise, but you know, it's the Mayo Clinic. What is the second thing that I will do to reach enlightenment? I feel like this is pretty good. We got the first one done. We're going to do one body paragraph all about how exercise can help longevity. What is a second thing that I will do to reach enlightenment? You know, I'm going to go back up and look at my little hints up here. See my little hints up here? Based on the mini lesson video. I'm going to try to acquire some more knowledge. I want to learn more in life. I feel like learning more makes me happy. Learning more makes me motivated. Learning from books, videos, teachers, the internet, right? So a second thing that I want to do to reach enlightenment, I want to get a doctoral degree in teaching. Yeah. I've got a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and I want to go to the next level and get a doctoral degree in teaching. Now, find a related quote that helps explain your plan for achieving enlightenment. So I can close my research from earlier, and I can do a new search. Benefits of doctoral degree in teaching. umassglobal.edu. That one's looking pretty good to me. I, of course, went to UMass for my bachelor's degree. They've got an article saying 5 ways educators can benefit from a doctorate in education. Let's take a look and see what UMass Global has to say. Here we go. Number 1, right here at the top, you could advance to a more senior role. Adding a doctorate degree to your resume can help progress your education career in a few ways. An analysis of more than 1 million education job postings from the last year shows that while only 32,961 positions required a doctoral degree, 81,761 listings indicated that a doctoral degree is preferred. So, in other words, in plain English, you know, there are over 100,000 job listings, 32 plus 81, over 100,000 job listings that either require or prefer a doctoral degree in education. That's perfect. That's simple. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some evidence, some proof that says a doctoral degree in education is desirable. And what this means is this is going to help me get new opportunities, new jobs. Yes, I would love to teach at HLC for a long time, but I want to keep my options open. I want to be able to work in a different location at some point in the future. I'll get to that in a minute. So this research, this evidence is perfect for me. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this right in here. Make sure I have my quotation marks. The source, UMass Global. UMass Global is pretty cool. It's basically an online University of Massachusetts. And I'm going to put the URL here as well. How convenient. So now I'm 2/3 of the way done. I've got my first, I got my second, and now a third thing that I will do to reach enlightenment. This is my final topic, right? I'm flowing now. I would like to teach for a long time at HLC, but I think it might help me reach enlightenment is if I'm much older. I'm 35 years old right now. Maybe when I'm 45, 50, 55, when I'm a little bit more up there in age, it might be time to change gears and try something new. So I would love to teach at a community college like Northern Essex Community College, or even at a prison and work to help inmates get their GED like Middleton Correctional Facility. That I think would really help me reach enlightenment. I would feel very satisfied. It would be a new challenge because I've been working at HLC for so long, 11 years. I feel like the new challenge might be a little bit scary, but when I'm a little bit older and a little bit more experienced, and if I have my doctoral degree in teaching, I'll have some good knowledge to help me along the way. So, my kind of basis for this, if I go back up and kind of look at my hints, what am I doing here by getting a new job? This is kind of the nature of teaching in general, but I'm sharing knowledge and wisdom with others. I'm creating some more positive relationships with people, new students and new groups of students. And I'm also, achieving my own purpose and meaning in life. So I'm kind of hitting three of these little suggestions right here with the last one. Remember, I said one of my purposes in life is I want to help people through teaching, right? So by writing about teaching either in a new setting or even a setting that I'm used to, I'm hitting this kind of hint right here, achieving my one of my purposes in life. So yeah, now we got to do our final piece of research. I want to teach for a long time at HLC, but I eventually want to teach at a community college. So maybe I'll search for like, benefits of teaching at a community college. Historians.org, teaching at a community college, some personal observations. I'm going to click that, leave that open in a new tab. Maybe we'll come back to that. Study.com blog. We'll take a look at that. All right, this could be very useful. Okay, so this is a blog post from, let's see, a young man named John H. Ball, who is sharing his observations of what it was like to teach at a community college. And he says here, I have found a great deal of freedom in the classroom, institutional backing for maintaining my scholarly connection, and interesting and supportive colleagues. That sounds really cool, man. That sounds like something I could get myself into. I like how he says, I found a great deal of freedom in the classroom. Now, as an HLC teacher, I do have a fair bit of freedom to teach what I want when I want it, but I'm also given a curriculum that I like. It's enjoyable. I like teaching it, but the idea of having complete freedom in the classroom to teach kind of whatever I want on any given day, that sounds kind of cool. That sounds something that I would be interested in trying at some point. So I'm going to borrow this quote here from my new friend, John Ball, I believe his name is, and I'm going to take his quote and I'm going to paste it right in here. All right, now I'm going to take my source here, and this is historians.org, and I will copy and paste the URL here. There we go. Now I have gotten my 3 steps to enlightenment. For you, these 3 steps might look a little bit different. What are 3 things that you might want to do to reach enlightenment? Just to give you guys a few other examples. Remember, you have all these hints up here. If you just turn these hints into your body paragraphs, you'll be all set. But, some students might want to, take a different direction. I've had students write an essay like this before. One thing some students want to do is maybe like, move to a new area of the country, right? Say, I want to move to Florida by age, 25 or something like that. Their second thing they might do to reach enlightenment is, I want to get a trade school degree. I want to go to the Voc, do their adult night school program, and I want to get a trade school certification in carpentry. And then the third thing that they might want to do is like, I want to, start my own business, right? I want to start a business with my carpentry skills and, even like make, say, $85,000 per year by the time I'm 30, 35 years old, something like that. So those are just some more suggestions that you can use if you're trying to reach enlightenment as well. Whether they are the best things that you can focus on here are like, like personal goals, like health and fitness or religion, or spirituality. Anything having to do with education, getting further education or certification, community college, trade school, anything like that, and career stuff. What kind of career stuff are you looking at this time in your life? Now, remember, like I always say in class, you don't have to pick your career right now. You don't have to necessarily like commit to it. You can always change your mind. You can always change your mind. You're still young. You're 18, 19, 20 years old, but you at least need to start down one path. So by doing this essay right at the end of high school, then you're starting down a path, and you can always change paths. Believe me, I changed paths many times when I was in my late teens and early 20s. But for now, I've got all my essay pre-writing done. I reviewed the 6 steps to enlightenment. I came up with 3 steps of how I'm going to reach enlightenment. There's my first with the research. There's my second with the research. And there's my third with the research. Am I ready to write a rough draft? Yes, of course. That's the next step. All right, so now I can turn this in, but you want to be able to go back to it. I'm going to close all my little research tabs up here. So now that I have completed this pre-writing assignment, now it's time to do the Enlightenment essay, 5-paragraph essay. Let's take a look at that. All right, you got to write 5 paragraphs. First paragraph is an introduction. You got to write a hook, something interesting about enlightenment. Well, what is enlightenment? What is your purpose in life? And remember, when you're writing about your purpose in life, you already have that here in your pre-writing document, right? That's all the way, it's all the right down here. All right. What are 3 things that you will do to achieve enlightenment? And you know what the best move might be right here? We'll do a little split screen action. We've got our enlightenment essay here on the right. And let's keep this pre-writing document that we had open a minute ago over here on the left. All right, so stick with me, guys. Right, so this over here on the right is your essay, and this is the pre-writing document that we just finished. This is going to be, an easy way to get some of this work done. So looking here, and you can do this easily on your Chromebook. You can snap 2 windows together like this, or you can always just open up 2 Chromebooks if you want. Have your pre-writing on the left Chromebook and your enlightenment essay that you see right here on the right side. All right, so what is enlightenment to you? What is your purpose in life? So as you're drafting here in this box, you can look right here. What is your purpose in life? That question was already asked to you. So then you can take some of this information that you have right here and type it in here, right? So and just answer a couple of these prompts. So a lot of this, I was just looking right on my left side of the page right here, left side of the screen, and putting my purpose in life right here. So this is just a way that you can, kind of make things a little bit easier for yourself. Right, what comes up next in the introduction paragraph? Would you recommend the book Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse? Who is Siddhartha? What does he learn? How does he achieve enlightenment? If you can come up with a couple answers like that off the top of your head, great. You can go back to one of the 12 class. We did 12 classwork assignments about this book. You can go back and look at your notes from there. All right. Of course, I kind of skipped over this. This is very important. What are 3 things that you will do to achieve enlightenment? Where am I going to find those 3 things? Well, we have our pre-writing already done right here. So I'm going to make a quick list right here. What is one thing? Fit and exercise. I've got it. The second thing, right here, get a doctoral degree in teaching. Third thing, I want to teach for a long time at HLC, but eventually try something new. So I've got all these 3 things already written down. That's all you got to do for your intro paragraph. Explain what enlightenment is, tell me a little bit about Siddhartha, and most importantly, this right here. What are the 3 things that you're going to do to achieve enlightenment? No quotes needed here in this first paragraph. All you got to do is explain what the 3 things are. Now we go into the body paragraph. What is your first step towards achieving enlightenment? So now we're going to go to our first step. Fit and exercise, eat delicious food, be healthy, 90 years old. So I'm going to write a whole paragraph all about this. You can use this, copy and paste it if you want, right in here. That's your topic sentence. Boom, you already wrote it. Share some background information regarding this step. Well, I could write something about how I've always enjoyed playing basketball. I've always enjoyed, running long distance races. When I got into my 20s, I learned how to lift weights and stuff like that. So this is some background information having to do with health and fitness. I love to cook and make food, or maybe just eat my wife's delicious cooking, and so I like to try to eat all this healthy food. So this is all background information regarding this step that I can talk about here. Then you explain this research that you have already done, right? You can explain something having to do with the Mayo Clinic, right? And you can go back to your source and pull some information from there. If I need to look it up again, wait, what is the Mayo Clinic again, right? It might be a couple days since you've been working on this. Oh yeah, it's a nonprofit American academic medical center focused on integrated healthcare. All right, so I got my Mayo Clinic information, and I can write about, the background information regarding the Mayo Clinic, because that's where I found my quote. Then you insert your quote. Already got it, already did it, paste it in there, and then you want to put in a citation. So I'm going to show you how to do the citation right now. Remove the period here, and in parentheses, that's all I want you to do for your citation, all right? In parentheses after the quote, just put in the source name. That's all you have to do. That's all I want you to do. This is called MLA format. Very simple. At the end of the body paragraph, explain why this method would be helpful for achieving enlightenment. Well, it'll be fun. I like to exercise. I can play basketball. I can eat good food. And then we transition into our second body paragraph. And then you do exactly the same thing that you did in the first body paragraph. What is the second step towards achieving enlightenment? Look at that. We've already got it. Here it is right here. You can take your topic sentence and just paste it in down here. That's all you got to do. And then you follow the same steps. Some background information regarding this step. Well, I'm already a teacher. I like teaching, I've had a successful career up to this point. Explain some research that you've done. Okay, here we go. Where did I find my research? Looking back at my pre-writing, UMass Global. Just like I did for the Mayo Clinic, like, what is UMass Global, right? So, okay, this is a private nonprofit university with 25 campuses all over the place. And so I can, use some of this information to explain who did this research, right? UMass Global accredited online courses. All of these courses that you can take are provided by UMass Global, and they had, I think it was this, a blog entry, a blog entry talking about the benefits of a doctorate in education specifically. So that's my background information. All right, explaining the research from UMass Global. Insert the quote. I already have the quote right here. Take that, copy it, paste it right in there. You want to do the citation like I did before, and then explain why this method would be helpful for achieving enlightenment. For you, remember, this could be getting a trade school degree, community college degree, something having to do with a career. Remember, we want to try to make these as specific as possible. So yeah, that is the second body paragraph. And then we do the third one. Again, exactly the same thing. What is your third step towards achieving enlightenment? You know, for me, I wrote maybe try a new teaching job someday at Northern Essex or Middleton Correctional Facility. Teach those inmates how to get their GED. I feel like that'll be a fun job, right? So I can, again, copy and paste my topic sentence right in here. Background information. Well, why would you want to go do that? Well, I've been teaching for a long time. It might be time to try something new. Explain some research. Well, this research came from a teacher blogger. So I can explain the background information of this guy, what was his name? John something, from historians.org, right? Then inserting the quote. I've already got my quote right here. Paste it right in here. And conclusion sentence, explain why this method would be helpful for achieving enlightenment. And now, the conclusion paragraph. All right. I'm going to close this pre-writing document. I feel like I don't really need it anymore. So in the conclusion paragraph, opinionated statements, right? Why would the reader care about enlightenment? Why should the reader care about enlightenment? You, to some extent, I feel like you do care about enlightenment. You want to, achieve enlightenment and live a satisfying life. Restate your three methods for finding enlightenment. Three separate sentences, no quotes here. So, when you're writing a kind of traditional 5-paragraph essay or any essay really, you want to do a quick review session at the end and recap your three most important points. So for you, those three most important points are the 3 steps to achieving enlightenment. What about other people? Like if somebody is reading your essay, ideally you would be sharing this with somebody. What can other people do to reach enlightenment? People who are different from you. You might be talking about getting degrees and certifications and starting a career. What about other people? What are some other ideas that other people might be satisfied with? What makes the world, a better place? Does a world full of enlightened individuals who are actively achieving satisfaction in life, does that make the world a better place? And then finally, what have you learned from English class this summer with Mr. Finn and Mr. Oza? I feel like this is, a pretty open-ended conclusion paragraph. You might need to have your pre-writing document open so that you can restate your 3 methods for finding enlightenment. You might not. If you don't want to have that document open, you can always just go back and look at your 3 body paragraphs right here. If you look at your 3 body paragraphs right here, then you have your 3 methods for finding enlightenment. And that's about it, folks. That's your 5-paragraph essay in a nutshell. I know this video is kind of long, about we're up to 33 minutes so far, but you've got all week to work on this assignment, all week. And so as long as you are in class getting everything done, then you will be all set. So remember, where is this located? Here in classwork. I haven't posted it yet, but by the time you watch this video, it'll be posted, and the enlightenment essay will be right there at the top of your Google Classroom feed. So last thing, my conclusion here, I want to say thank you to all the students for coming in this summer. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, talking about life, talking about philosophy, talking about Siddhartha and some life lessons. So I really hope that you all remember this class and learned at least a little something, 1 or 2 life lessons here and there that you can bring with you into your life after high school. And then finally want to thank, Mr. Finn. That's my boy, that's my brother, that's my roommate, and I'm so happy that you guys get the experience of learning from him as well as me. So remember, August 11th, that is your graduation ceremony. If you are, taking care of business, all your other classes, getting those good grades, getting everything done, then you'll be walking in this ceremony. And I'm really proud of you guys all. And, if you have any questions about this assignment, if you need any extra help, then you can get in touch with me. You can You can text me. I'm going to be a little bit busy during the week at this teaching conference, but I'll get back to you. Another good way to get in touch with me is to just send me a private message in Google Classroom. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Mr. Oza, and you guys have a great rest of your summer. Good luck on this assignment, and I will see you all later.